Hi, everyone. Mitch from PickDogs.com, and it is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024, here with your live show. Live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Got Jay Briggs, as always, Chris Ruffalo, as always, and always on Wednesdays, Ron Romanelli. Jay, oh, man, can somebody inbound a ball, man? How many millions of dollars does it take to inbound a basketball? I mean, one of the fundamental things of the game, with the game on the line, the worst, can somebody just come up, stand next to him, right? And just let him hand them the ball and let him get fouled. I mean, if the defender doesn't let him there, then you throw it off his leg, man, like everybody else does. It's like, the fuck? And then, Tatum's doing Tatum. He's bricking shots all over the place. Brown played phenomenal down the stretch. But Tatum, what a joke, man. What a pathetic joke. And it wasn't even like contested shots, man. It was just, he's bricklayer, man, in the final minutes there. And what about Tyrese Halliburton, man? It's like, he throws up a lot of shots too. But how about that shot at the end of the third quarter? I don't know. Were you guys doing playback? I was,
yeah. I was even saying the worst shot of them all was that shot when the Pacers were up 3. And it was like less than a minute to go. All you have to do is get a bucket inside and make that a 2-possession game. And the Celtics don't come back down and hit that 3. But Halliburton chucked it up.
No, Chris, all you have to do is inbound.
No, but I'm
the
saying,
basketball.
But you don't even.
All you have to do.
But you don't even get to that point if Halliburton doesn't chuck up that 3. If they get an easy look inside, at least try to get a better look than what he did. He just threw it up from 3, didn't hit anything, and
all they had to do.
I know.
The basketball. Really. They had a timeout, right? They had a timeout. What are you doing, man? Well, I didn't think it was that important.
Hey, man. I toss it up to Young.
They're going to lose the series on that, man. They're going to lose the fucking series on that.
Young and inexperienced, man. Inexperience is one of the greatest teachers there is. And I bet they won't do that again. So
they're not going to have the chance. They're not going to have the chance.
It's still a series, man. They haven't lost a game in Indiana all postseason. So, I was on the Celtics laying the points yesterday, and they were the Celtics that you called them all season. And you're right about Tatum thus far. He still hasn't showed me that he's ready to take that next step.
He hit the 3. He hit the 3 that kind of put it away. He put the 3.
He's the oldest superstar left in the playoffs. So
yeah,
here it is.
Well, it's it's too young. He's too young. It's like, meanwhile, Halliburton's like 5 years younger than him, right?
Tatum 26, I think. Halliburton 22.
Yeah, Tatum's 26.
He also
Halliburton,
sucks.
24.
He also sucks. Tatum also sucks.
Edwards 22. Luka 25 is what it is. There we go.
I'm just checking on my first 5 video. These things take forever to process. We got 2 guys that do these long videos with me, Jay and Ron, and they can tell you, man, putting together those long videos like that, holy smokes, man. It is a job. And Chris, too.
Hi.
Who's Chris?
The thing is, I've watched both of theirs. I've never seen yours.
Oh, well, it's okay. You're missing,
because what covers a sport that doesn't exist? Whew. Speaking of,
it's a grind, but it's also a technological grind. The computers really chew up for those rundowns.
Yes, they do.
All right. Well, we got baseball today. Giants bullpen sucks. After I was all over beating up Perez, Jay's like, Perez can get it done. He's on the Rangers. So he's on my list of my guys. He's like, I was my guy. He's on the Pirates. So he was on the Rangers. So it's still only 1 degree of separation. You know, he got shelled. He got cracked. He got lucky to get out with what he gave up. I mean, he got bailed out a couple times by some pathetic Giant at bats, and he still got hit hard. Still deserved to lose, and didn't do it. But we saw what happened in Toronto. Oh, did it get nasty out there? Crochet, it's his world. We're just living in it, man. You see the domination? It was like guys at first and second, Vladimir Guerrero up. Went right after him. Didn't even think twice about it, man. Went right after him. I think the White Sox Marlins could be the World Series. Where'd Jay go? He didn't like my comment on Martin.
Yeah, you could take it.
He's flipping off the screen because you're talking badly about Perez.
No more Martin Perez slander.
Whatever. It's Martin. Ron.
I corrected myself, Mitch.
Martin Perez.
Trust me, you don't want to get in the pronunciation game.
Well, Ruffalo is my enunciator. So.
You see Mike Fultonavich right one time, and all of a sudden you become this.
Who plays center for the Bulls?
Vucevic.
Exactly. He has to say it outside of his mouth. Can you say that one, Ron?
Vucevic? Nikola Vucevic?
That's not right. No.
Not right.
Ruffalo, explain it to him.
Nikola Vucevic.
That's what I just said.
Vucevic.
Not quite. Jay, you and I aren't in the discussion here.
Who plays third base for the Cardinals, Mitch?
Oh, come on.
Arenado. Arenado.
Yeah, Arenado.
Arenado. I say so. The Cardinals have a couple of the tough ones, the optional pronunciation guys, and that's Arenado, and Michaelis Mikolas.
Mikolas.
All I know is that during football season, I've gotten more App State games than anyone else.
Well, because I get hammered by those people.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just busting your chops.
They scare
just
me.
App State.
Yeah,
they scare me. I haven't said the full name in years.
Appalachian.
Literally years.
Appalachian State. Is that right?
Well, speaking of App State, Lucas Rosa's fighting Friday night in Massachusetts. Going for his 2-0 mark. Official MMA fighter at Pick Dogs. Those of you that following along at home. 1-0. First round submission in his first match. He's taken this one on short notice, but he's always in shape, always in form. And of course, yeah, he also, he's also in shape. Yeah. He's also he didn't get touched in the first fight. So he basically is still in training from the first fight,
Don't have to get ready. Yeah. Stay ready.
Unfortunately, starting pitcher record is not something anybody cares about in baseball. So Suarez is pitching well. We give it to him, but 9-0 or whatever he is, I didn't even know he was 9-0. I had no idea, because starting pitcher record, win-loss record, is the most meaningless stat in baseball besides bullpen ERA, reliever ERA, starting pitcher record.
Why do you say the bullpen ERA one?
Of a reliever's ERA?
You're saying because
I don't mean the bullpen ERA, but I mean a reliever's ERA.
Like if he comes in with runners on and gives up the runs,
Yeah. And so it's like it counts as one hit, but if the bases are juiced, 3 runs cross the plate if he gave up a double.
It's all the other guys.
You know who's the king? You know who's the king of it? You know the king of it? Jeff Reardon. Jeff Reardon.
I don't know that.
You ever hear him? Well, look at the all-time saves leaders in baseball. You know why he's the all-time saves leader? Because he came in so many non-save situations and turned them into save situations. Jeff Reardon.
I don't know if you can do.
He's got to be among the. I bet you he's one of the top save guys.
How do you spell last name?
Reardon.
When I was at the Chase game on Sunday, my buddy had no idea that if you come in with 1 out, it still counts as a save because the Jays were up 5-0 or 5-1, and I made it 5-2. And then Jordan Romano comes in, he's like, he's not going to get the save. He was like, yeah, it's a 3-run game, even 1 out to go.
And Reardon has he was one of the worst players ever in my book. Yet he's still
367 saves.
Yeah, so he got past
around top 10.
Yeah. Well, no, he's in 12. He's 12th all time, just ahead of the almighty Troy Percival, and behind just 1 game behind the much feared Jonathan Papelbon. Billy Wagner, John Franco, Craig Kimbrell.
I can't believe Franco's not in the Hall of Fame.
Probably those years in Cincinnati going against him. He probably pissed somebody off more than likely, dated someone's ex-girlfriend or something. That's like Franco thing.
When Trevor they let me in the baseball writers, I'm putting in Franco.
Yeah, because I would say that Franco is a better closer than Trevor Hoffman, who's number 2.
I don't know. I can't say that. I think Hoffman's the clear number 2.
How about Kenley Jansen at 5?
Wow, he's
How
at
about
5.
Craig Kimbrell? How about Craig Kimbrell at 6? Yeah.
I think it's Mo and Hoffman 1 and 2, and then Lee Smith.
Joe Nathan is 10. The best reliever of all time is Mariano Rivera. Closer. The second best of all time is the Goose. And the third best is Raleigh Fingers. Those are the best relievers of all time. And I think you could even interchange the Goose and Fingers, because I believe that there was a time when the Goose pitched that saves were not a statistic. I might be dating myself here. I don't mean dating myself the way Ruffalo dates himself. I mean, I'm dating.
Oh, God.
I went there. It's
you went
Wednesday.
there.
We can get there. Monday was still trying to get past Monday's show. Ron does the Chris, you want to ask him the question of the day for Monday?
I'll let you.
I'm good.
It's always better when you ask it.
Yeah, because if you look at the save all-time leaders, like the Goose isn't even on the list because it wasn't a stat. Yeah. So there's a couple stats out there in sports that some of the all-time greats are not listed because they weren't stats at the time that they played. The big one in the NFL is sacks.
Oh.
Like Deacon Jones, when Deacon Jones played, there was no sack. There was no sacks. He'd be the all-time leader, right? There's a couple guys out there like Bubba Smith and those guys. When they played, there was no sacks as a stat. What year did they start recording sacks in the NFL? This is like a 1982. So a lot of people played before that. And saves started in 1969.
Goose also pitched, multiple innings, so he wasn't always a closer Like he was just like the much needed reliever when they needed him. He also started a few games.
Like Jake Irvin.
Jake Irvin, yeah.
He's on the mound. It's tough to figure out, man. You had the one really good game against the Dodgers, and the other one it's kind of like it's Jake Irvin again. It's like kind of like the old Cole Irvin. Cole Irvin's gone and become somebody else, and Jake Irvin's become Cole Irvin. It's like if he gets traded to the Orioles and Cole Irvin gets traded, they could use his jersey. They don't even need to reprint.
They probably would.
I'm sure they would. You think like these places are big spenders, like on stuff like that. Baseball teams. I think they're generally pretty
pennies?
cheap.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, I don't know.
You ever see like Moneyball where they make them pay for the soda in the clubhouse?
Yeah. I mean,
that's true. You know, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, an organization like that, it's not surprising.
All right, you guys want to give out some picks? We can do that.
I like this card today. What about you guys? You like this card?
I love the card, but I haven't had a chance to put in any of my premium picks for today because I've been working on that video. I had 3 meetings this morning. I had the video and then I had my 7 free picks video. Plus I went to the gym. So someone's been up and at 'em today.
I haven't looked at any baseball yet today. I ain't even looked at it. I'm running so far behind today. So I'm going to do it right here with y'all.
Me too, man. Me too. My video's on the computer right here processing. I'm going to load it up over on the show. I think we hit the over on views on the video yesterday. We got over 600 that I predicted. So I think people liked it. I think it was generally well received. So,
yeah.
You know, yeah, I think we hit about 11 of the 15 games too. Yeah. So that always helps, man. That always helps. Sometimes when you do this videos, how about when you guys do I've never really done the long form videos before. I've tried them like here and there. But you know, like I've tried, you know, different variations, but I've never really done it consistently. Do you guys ever do the video and then after you're done, you're kind of like, maybe I should have gone the other way on that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, because I had a couple of those yesterday. One of them won anyway, which was the Twins, and the other one lost, which was the Yankees or the Astros. That was the one that lost. So it was 1-1 of ones I would have changed.
Well, sometimes the pitchers change from when I do the video and then the next day, and that sometimes can change my thought process a little bit. But
for me, for the most part, I do, you know, mine comes out in the morning. So, you know, I kind of eliminate most of that. But there's some time like later in the day where I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, yeah, I might have wanted that.
Yeah.
Doing the long form videos, I like that. And doing every game on the board, as long as your process is correct, you can live with it. You know what I mean? So that's how, as long as I broke it down and I saw it a certain way and it just didn't happen my way, I think I'll be all right.
Well, we got the Nationals and the Twins. We've got the
Twins,
Guardians and the Mets, and the Cardinals and the Orioles. Boy, Kyle Gibson, not to be confused with Bob Gibson by the Cardinal fans. No relation. Jay, what do you got?
I'm going back to the Nationals. I know they got their teeth kicked in yesterday. They got their teeth kicked in, and I got my teeth kicked in right with them. The Twins, just because they won one game don't mean they're still not free falling. And we know the Nationals, man, they're just a scrappy bunch of guys, man. There's a reason this total is, the line's low. today. The Twins, they're still losing, still playing bad baseball. I think yesterday was just an anomaly. They're 2 games above 500, so we know what it is with them. They'll be back to 500 here shortly. It's just the 50-50 Twins. Back on the horse today. It's a 1-1 series. Nationals get the series win. That's just how I see it. Give me the Nats at home. And then what was the other one?
Cardinals-Orioles and the Mets-Guardians.
Okay. Y'all know I'm a degenerate. Give me the O's to win the suspended game. And then give me the O's game too. John Means on the mound. I trust John Means. Remember, I got the long history lesson about John Means last season from Mitch and Ruffalo. And then he's been solid thus far this season. He really only had one shaky game, and that was against Arizona, but it really wasn't terrible based on when you look at the grand scheme of things. So I think he'll be fine here against the Cardinals. I know Cardinals have been playing pretty decent baseball here recently, but they're still the Cardinals. They're still terrible. The O's, I feel like, are head and shoulders the better baseball team. I'll lay the -140. I might even lay a run line there with Baltimore in game 2 on the road. So, yeah, give me the Nats. And then, of course, Tristan McKenzie. Short, sweet, simple, at home, at the crib. So I'll go roll with them 3 in this slot.
Franchise player, Chris Ruffalo.
Yeah, I'm on the Guardians as well. Yeah, Tristan McKenzie done a good job of assuming the role of staff ace with the injury to Shane Bieber. He's been rolling in his last few starts. The Guardians are rolling behind him. And Jose Quintana for the Mets here. 7.13 ERA on the road. Really struggled. And I don't trust the Mets right now to back him up, even if he has a decent start, especially if he struggles. And the Guardians are swinging the hotter bat. They got the much better bullpen. Give me Cleveland, and leans me towards Washington in that one. The Twins finally got one, but blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. They weren't going to lose every game, so give me the.
I might got to steal that, Sean. That Guardians of the Galaxy. I might got to steal that.
We've used that. We've used it.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that one.
Yeah, we've already been there. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's not as good as our other bit, which will come up later in the show. The top baseball bit of all time. When I got the first time we ever did it, I got Ruffalo so good. Now he sees it coming, but it still got some.
Subtle as a bomb. The foreshadowing doesn't really have the same.
I know, but I was like, on that one, I was like, it kind of reminds me of that old joke. Who's there? Jesus. Lazardo's gonna kick the crap out of him.
You didn't even set up like with the joke. You're just like, hey, question for you. Knock knock. Who's there? Jesus. And then
the rest is history.
Jesus and Freddie P. Oh, shit.
Freddie P's been dog shit recently.
I'll take the Nationals. I like the Nationals.
I seen you. I was mad at
that.
I was mad at you, Ron, because you took the Twins run line yesterday on the rundown.
Yeah, somebody got mad at me this morning because they thought I took the Nationals yesterday. I said, go back and watch the video. I can't even win the games I win.
He took the Twins.
Anyway, I do like the Nationals here. The 50-50 Twins, as we like to call them. I came up with that, by the way. The Twins got to Corbin, but who hasn't gotten to Corbin? I mean, other than that, this offense has been pretty miserable in the last couple of weeks. They had that big winning streak and winning a bunch of series, but we got to look at the teams that they beat along the way. The White Sox, the Angels, the White Sox again. They beat the Red Sox, Mariners, Blue Jays, some decent teams, but nothing, crazy. The Nationals have been one of the more profitable teams in baseball. I'm not putting too much weight into their recent losing streak. I think their offense finds a way here against Woods Richardson. And at the price you're getting, I think it's definitely worth a shot. Now, I gave the Guardians out on the rundown. I still like the Guardians if I had to choose. But I will say it's pretty frightening to see the Guardians with that kind of record, the Mets with their record, the recent form from these two teams, the Guardians with a much better starting pitcher on the mound, Quintana's ERA at 5.2 and McKenzie sub 4. To see this as a pick'em is kind of crazy. I would say that the Guardians, if Bittler was here, I think he'd be humping up on the Mets because it does look quite square. So I'd be careful with that game. Probably a game I'd run away from. But like I said, I'd still lean towards Cleveland because this is a team that wins these types of games. They find ways to win these types of games. No Naylor in the lineup, but it's because the lefty starting pitcher on the other side. But just my 2 cents.
That's fair. I would raise Bittler if he were to say that. But don't they always price Cleveland weird? Like, you know what I mean? Again,
not this. This is strange. This is, especially with the lines dropping.
I thought there was a pitching change the way the line was looking on that game.
Yeah, you would think, right? McKenzie versus Quintana is lopsided. The Guardians and the Mets records and teams in overall the year and the
historically against each other.
Yeah,
the Guardians are 27-5 in their last 32 against the Metropolitans.
You would think that this line would be minus 140 plus.
Yeah. But the thing is that you have a public team like the Mets up against the Guardians.
I don't know if they're a public team.
The Mets aren't. A New York team is not a public play.
No, they're not. The Mets are the Islanders. Nobody's saying the Islanders are a public team. It's the Rangers. That's the New York City team. The Mets play New York City, but it's not.
The Mets are way more of a New York team than the Islanders.
Sure, but it's still not even nowhere close to the Yankees. Nowhere close.
No, they're not. No one is close to the Yankees. Nobody's close
to the Dodgers. They're not close to the Braves. They're not close to the.
I would say they're in that discussion. They're in that discussion.
They're there.
They're in that discussion.
You tell me when you're in a different country.
The Phillies, the Braves, the Dodgers. They're in that discussion. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Not right now.
Yes, they
are.
Not
with the way the team is right now. Nope.
They're in that tier 2.
No, you're looking at it from a baseball perspective and talent-wise. I'm talking about like markets.
I hear what you're saying. That's not the Mets. The Mets aren't this glamorous franchise that people love.
In New York, they're
just like the Cubs.
No, they are not. You will never see a Mets hat in a different country. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you will.
Yankee hats everywhere. Dodgers hats, you'll see.
You'd be surprised. I see Mets hats all the time traveling. I do.
Yeah, me too.
Well, they're not a public bet. They're not a public team.
Fair.
Okay. I always feel dirty when I bet on the Mets. Real degenerate gambler.
So you think they're more like the Nets? I don't think they're more like the Nets. The Mets,
they still have the history, and they're still like a team like that, but they're just not a team that the public's rushing to bet because they know how much of a sad franchise they've been.
They love the Mets, though. They love them.
Just like the Knicks this year, they got all the hype and stuff, but like the Knicks 5 years ago were not a public team.
The Knicks are New York's team, man.
I know, but when they lose
every
game,
New York is a basketball town, man.
I know, but that's just saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I'm putting myself on mute and I'm not talking the rest of the show.
No one's to hear your public square Mets ass anyway. All right.
I'm a Yankee fan, damn it.
Speaking of square, I'm taking the Cardinals here with Kyle Gibson against the Orioles, man. I know Kyle Gibson sucks. Trust me on that one. But John Means has really not been much recently either. I'm not going to sit here on a wing and a prayer in what looks to be a hitter's game. I'm going to take the team that is the better hitting team, which is the Cardinals. And it's not even close, man. Overall for the season, the Orioles are out hitting. But in recent history, the Cardinals are hitting fucking 290 over their last 10 games, man. 290. The St. Louis fucking Cardinals, man. The Orioles are at 219 over their last 10. They're absolutely unloading, man. And then when you go versus lefties, well, the Cardinals hitting a stout 199 versus left-handed pitching over the last 10 games. But the Orioles only hitting righties at 222, man. I think that the Cardinals bats do the talking in this one. I think it's going to be a bad day at the office for John Means. Then we get to go to that Cardinals bullpen, which is just so Anyways, I think I lost my hair betting on the Cardinals. That's basically what happened. I'm not falling for the Bittler on the squares, and it's like I don't care. Jose Quintana has been garbage, man. He's been absolutely terrible. He looks like he's at the end of the road. Like the whole idea of having Jose Quintana is that if you stink, you could trade him at the trade deadline. But he's allowed 8 runs against the Rays, 4 against the Mets, 2 against the Phillies, 5 against the Giants, 3 against the Braves. He's going to get killed.
Of course, he's been horrible, but why is the line where it is?
Because there's a lot of stupid people out there. Why was Glass now -3 something against the Reds the other night?
You can view it that way. You could say, I'm getting a great price on Cleveland. That's what I say. I still think the Guardians win it, but it's just a game. There's no way I would bet it. It's just like, no way.
There's no way I'd bet it.
Alarm bell.
All right. What do you think it'll take to get me on the Guardians today?
Not much.
Exactly. It's like Jay at the crap table. I'm like, you realize this is a $100 table? What the hell? That was Costi got me. It's like, you realize you're playing $25.
We'll bet it for you, Ron. We got you covered. I like that one.
I like the Twinkies to go back to back here against the Nats. I don't like the way Jake Irvin's been pitching at all. At all. 0.
So that makes the Twins bats good.
And the Nationals bats have been pretty sour lately too.
Man, I had to hit you with your own saying.
No, I know. I mean, neither of these starters are a Garrett Crochet type. I mean, neither of them are going to put up Crochet type.
They don't have that Zach Davies top of the rotation stuff. Is that what you're saying?
Crochet type stuff. The Nationals are hitting 200 over their last 10 games. The Twins are hitting 206. Oh, no. This is an under first 5. If you guys are going to check out my first 5, this is on there. I took the under. It's like no one's can hit anything. The Twins hit righties at 214 the last 10. Nats 224. Yeah. Basically, neither of these offenses are doing much. That's it. We move to our next set of games. It's always fun when Ron's here. Met loving Ron.
Rich.
Humping up on the Mets.
When you've done this for 3 years.
Making love to the Mets.
3 years, everybody says you're a fan of every single team. And you're a hater of every team. I'm a Yankee hater. It's like I had pinstripes in my bedroom as a kid.
Oh, no, I'm the hater of the Dodgers. And I am the official hater. They have my picture on the wall. Dodger hater. There's like memes.
There's a couple teams out there that
Mitch has got his Tyler Ass Now jersey coming in the mail, and it's like got it custom printed.
Yeah, Reds Padres under was on the first 5 yesterday. My first 5 videos up.
Have you come up with a name?
Yeah. It's called first halves and first 5 innings.
Mitch's first 5.
Got a good ring to it.
It's kitschy. It's like my Goran conversations. How about if we call Goran's free pick? Sounds like free kick.
Yeah.
How about no?
Couldn't get it out of my head all day.
How about fuck you, Goran? How's that sound? It's Wednesday.
I still remember the first time you told me that you said that to him. I fucking lost it.
I know there's only 2 things I ever say to Gordon, no matter what question he asks me.
Fuck you and fuck Lazio.
No, stop being a dick.
Oh.
Stop being a dick. It's like, I'm going to talk to Costi. All right, just don't be a dick. Got Astros against the Angels. Man, Astros looked like they were moving forward. Nobody wants the AL West. Nobody wants. It's gonna be there for the taking. It's basically what it is.
Man, just wait till we get healthy. That's all. That's it. That's all.
You think DeGrom and Eovaldi are gonna help you?
Eovaldi, Scherzer, our whole rotation is banged up, man.
Scherzer's ass.
Scherzer, I think, is done.
Yeah, I think they moved him to the 60-day IL.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, I'm saying I just think he lost his game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just saying from on the surface.
Look, Cody on there, look, Josh Young on there, man. Everybody on there. Just wait, man. Just chill. If somebody don't have like a 10-game lead by the All-Star break, they're in trouble.
Gotta get a bullpen.
We won the World Series with that one.
Got the Astros and the Angels. I didn't even get further than announcing that one. Astros, Angels, Royals, Tigers, and the Reds and the Padres. Nick Martinez facing his old team. Ooh, that should be something. Chris?
Nick Martinez facing his former team that hits righties a lot better than lefties at a hitter-friendly ballpark. Watch out. Bring a glove. He's going to get absolutely shelled out. Michael King has had issues with teams like Colorado for whatever reason. Colorado, the Dodgers, he's had issues on the road. But I still think he's the far better option here. And the Reds right now, the offense just isn't clicking. So give me the Padres in that one. I'm also going to take the Royals. I know it's Scooble. It's one of our guys. He's one of our show guys, but the Royals remain the most profitable home team in baseball. And Cole Ragans has solid stuff. The Royals have been a lot better against lefties than the Tigers have been. So give me the Kansas City Royals in that one. And I'll take the over 9 in that Angels Houston game. I just no thank you for Hunter Brown and Tyler Anderson's had issues against the Astros in his entire career.
What type of issues?
His last 5 starts against him, I think an ERA over 7.
Personal issues?
Probably personal issues. And you always talk about how we know what guys are. Tyler Anderson is a guy that will year after year give you an ERA high 4, low 5. We're starting to see it regress a little bit. So yeah.
Well, Tyler Anderson's got an expected ERA 2 runs higher than his current ERA.
There you go.
And in his career against the Houston Astros, he has a whopping, 7.34 ERA in 34 1/3 innings. The Astros have crushed him, but they've also crushed lefties in general. This year, in the month of May, the last couple of years, they've just been a lineup with a lot of righties, Altuve, Bregman, powerful lamp, and even the lefties like Kyle Tucker can hit lefties just fine. So I think that I'm going to go with a player prop in that one. Tyler Anderson over, what's the earned runs on here? Let's see. Yeah, over 3.5 runs at plus 115. And I like that one a lot. I think the Astros get to him early and often. I also like the Padres. Got to fade Nicky Mart as his starting pitcher. He's just not a viable starting pitching option. He pitches well out of the bullpen, pitches well as a long reliever. But as a starting pitcher, he has the blow-up inning that takes him out of a game. And we saw that against San Diego on April 30th in a 6-4 Padres win. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a similar scoreline in this one. So I'll go Padres run line in that one, get some plus money.
I like the over in the Padres-Reds. I like the first 5 over. I like the yes runs first inning. I like all the good stuff, all the fun stuff in that one. I don't like the game itself. What's the other one? Where am I? Man, I got too many screens open or not enough screens. I like the Angels against the Astros. Hunter Brown. I believe that Anderson will regress, but the Astros just don't want to win games, man. Can't force them to win. And I'll take the Royals against the Tigers. Scoop. The Tigers are hitting lefties at not all that well. So
I'm gonna take an over in that Astros Angels. Y'all know Hunter Brown, man. I've tried to back him in certain spots. He's just terrible. Okay. He's not terrible. He just ain't got it right now, is what I'll say with him. Because we've seen him look good. But We've also seen him have the worst inning of anybody this season. So I'm gonna take an over there. Ron gave y'all the numbers for Anderson. I see some runs being scored there in that game. Y'all hating on my guy. It's cool though. I'm team Scuba. You know what I mean? This is what it is. I know Mitch ain't gonna let me get this out, but he's won 7 of his 9 starts this season. Official 6-0 record. Hey man, come on, man. Tigers, they're favored on the road for a reason, is all I'm gonna say.
No,
I like Cole.
No, it makes that obviously they're favored. The Scoople's on the mound, but It's not like the books are telling you anything. It's just the way it is.
The team that's below 500 is favored over a team that's 12 games.
The guy who's going to win the Cy Young in the American League is going to be favored in most spots.
Hey man, there's a reason. Exactly, he's that good. Give me the Tigers.
Too bad you can't bet on a starting pitcher in the 8th and 9th inning.
I know.
Kansas City finds its way.
I know. And I've seen it happen before. The craziest shit I've ever seen was a reverse run line on the Royals. Mitch,
Bobby Witt.
It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. So, I know, but sign me up on the Tigers. And nothing really for me, Padres-Reds.
Does Scooble get the bat for the Tigers too? Because they might need him.
They might need him. Shit, he might be that good too. Like Otani 2.0. I'll take the Tigers. Next slot, and y'all know who in that next slot. Mitch, hit it.
Chris, knock knock. Jesus
who?
Jesus Luzardo's gonna kick the shit out of the Brewers today.
Yes, sir.
He's been hot, man. He's been hot. We got the Pirates and the Giants, the return of Blake Snell. We've got Dane Dunning versus Taijuan Walker. Jay, your guy is pitching against you. And then you got Knock Knock up against Freddie Peralta in the Brewers game. Ron?
I'm going to go with the Buccos. Giants broke my heart yesterday, but this is a spot where you got Blake Snell early season because he's been out for a while. It's still going to only be his 4th start of the year, and we fade Blake Snell, especially in the first 5 starts of his season. His team's records, I forget now, but I believe it's like 2-18 in the last couple of years when you're looking at his first few starts. 0-3 for San Francisco. The control's been off. He's coming back from an injury, even worse, spot for him, in my opinion. Pirates hit lefties well. Jared Jones has pitched really well. The Giants' numbers, they've hit lefties well, and that's why they got to Martin Perez. But when he left the game, they didn't do too much against that bullpen because the Giants have been miserable against right-handed pitching. So I think Jones pitches well. I think the Pirates get to Snell, and I think the Pirates find another W in that one. And that Marlins-Brewers game, it's a tough one. Freddie Peralta, it seems like he's making a few mistake pitches, kind of like what Hunter Brown's been doing. It's funny that they pitched against each other last start, but he's obviously still got the good strikeout stuff. He's had 5 or more Ks his last 5 starts, but he makes the mistake pitches, and we saw that to Jeremy Pena in that last game as the 3-run home run. It's tough to have a lot of faith in his game right now, giving up a lot of base hits. I would probably lean towards Freddie Peralta under in his outs prop. I just think that he, the control's starting to be an issue. He's already a strikeout-dependent guy, so usually the pitch counts rise early in his outings to begin with, and I don't think he's going to go the distance in this one. I think he goes under.
Freddie Peralta just looks tired, man. He just looks tired. They tried to go on 6 days rest with him, and it still didn't work. His ERA is just going in the wrong direction. He has always been a high strikeout guy, so those guys usually wear down. But Freddie's like worn down fast. He's too high in the rotation. He's a good 3, right? 2-3 guy. Pitching on the number 1 is just probably overworked him. So Knock Knock is really putting it together, looking like the Hall of Famer that he is. Over his last 3 starts, he's gone out there and does what Jesus does, and that's just straight dominated. from start to finish. And I expect to see more of the same in this one. I like the Rangers against the Phillies. I'm not a big Dunning guy. Taijuan Walker is generally a great first half of the season pitcher. I mean, up until the All-Star break, he's like an all-star almost every single year. But this year, he looks like he's lost something. I don't know. Because it's like, even though I know he hasn't pitched that many games, but normally out of the gate, man, he's red hot. And
last year was the same thing. He struggled in the beginning.
Yeah, he does suck. I agree with you, Ron. I'm taking the Rangers. I'll probably lay the reverse run line in that one. Even though it makes Jay happy. It's more fun to get Jay going.
I'll take my Rangers too with Dane Dunning. I know Taijuan, my guy. It's just we own the Phillies, and I know they got us yesterday, but we're gonna get back on track today. I still believe in this team. This is the first time we've been under 500 in the Bochy era. It's kind of crazy. But again, we're banged up right now, and I get it. I haven't really just been betting them hugely recently, but I think today's a solid bounce back spot, and especially attacking the plus money. I could see this being a competitive series. They're not going to get swept. They're not getting swept. Give me the Rangers today, money line. Give me Nah, I ain't gonna take the Giants. I can't. I thought about it. I can't. So I won't. I want to take the Giants today, but they had several opportunities to get it done yesterday and didn't do it. So it's just they're just so overrated. So it's hard to bet them more often than not. I feel like if you fade them more often than not, you'll be fine. So that's kind of how I feel. Fuck it. Give me the Pirates. I'll take the Pirates. I know they're favored, but they're favored for a reason. Give me the Pirates.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pirates as well. It's not crazy to say that we're getting the much better pitcher at home here in Jared Jones. Like these guys have said, Blake Snell struggling out of the gate, hasn't looked very good at all. He's put his team behind the 8 ball more often than not. And I think Jared Jones leads the Pirates to the win here. They have all the momentum after rallying for that win yesterday. And crazy to think these two teams have the same record right now, but only the White Sox and the Rockies have lost you more money on the road than the Giants have this season. So give me the Pirates. I'm going to take the Phillies. I know Taijuan Walker has had a couple bumpy starts, but until I see the Rangers get their act together offensively, I'll believe it when I see it.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Dane Dunning, tough spot. Yeah, well.
I believe it when I see it.
I'm sorry, but the Rangers straight ass right now until they get the offense back.
You know who else is ass? You know who else is ass?
The Buffalo's picks, man.
Yeah, the Blue Jays. How many times have I said the Blue Jays are ass this season?
How many times have I said Ruffalo's picks are ass?
Chris loves Taijuan Walker. Chris loves Taijuan.
How many times have I said this season the Blue Jays are ass? At least I admit it. At least I acknowledge it.
Chris is humping up on Taijuan. He's giving him the Savali treatment. He's got him. He's petting him under his arm like a cocker spaniel.
Actually, it's a bad spot for Dane Dunning to come back to. I mean, it's a
tough spot for Dane Dunning to come back to.
We
replaced Heaney in the rotation here. They're really worried.
If it was Heaney, believe it or not, if it was Heaney, I actually would have felt better about the Rangers in this spot.
No, you wouldn't. No way, man. You're the squarest guy on the board here. It's like there's no way you're not humping up on the Phillies. That's what you do.
Story. Cool story. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Who'd you have last night? Diamondbacks or Dodgers?
Okay, Dodgers. So what? Okay. Do you want to go? Okay, you want to actually go back to the Rolodex of everything I had yesterday? Let's do that.
No, I just want to know if you.
No,
that's
the point I'm trying to make. Square. Okay, no,
after the Dodgers, there's no other play that really can redeem you from the Dodgers pick as being the squarest person on the panel.
Yeah. Okay.
Ron, did you have the Dodgers yesterday as a premium pick?
Yeah,
Not as a premium.
Worst
pick.
person on the
Yeah.
panel.
What were they?
Yeah,
Minus
had all
150.
dogs
So the
yesterday.
Dodgers are minus 150 at home against the Diamondbacks, who got beat 47-3 by the Tigers on Friday night. I had the nerve
worst
in
person on
that
the
game,
board,
by
yeah.
the way. And the thing is that you know,
all dogs yesterday. I almost all
thing-
plus money plays yesterday.
Wow, you had the Dodgers, Chris.
Cool story. I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I think you were the only one. I think you were on this panel. You were.
Nah.
Yeah, we just took count. Jay, did you have the Dodgers premium pick yesterday?
I'm betting the Diamondbacks the whole series.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Ooh.
Listen, squares win, Chris. It's fine.
It's fine, man. Glass now's going to we'll get him.
Squares win too.
5 plays on the board yesterday that were plus money. Yeah, so came through on a few of them. So
They're called public dogs.
It's okay, Chris. We're not judging you. We're just judging your picking ability. Your handicapping and everything that goes along with it.
And your personality.
All right, we are judging you. So
Too easy, Chris.
all of a sudden, you got all serious.
no, it's annoying. It's actually annoying. It's actually annoying.
What? Really?
A little bit.
Okay, let's do it some more. Let's go. Let's see how many times he's taken the Dodgers this season. Let's go right through the roster while we got time.
I haven't because they've been negative runs and odds, and that goes so well.
Oh, no.
What do you want to talk about next, Chris?
The Phillies are going to stomp the crap out of the Rangers today.
I don't think so.
My Life at minus 300 by Chris Ruffalo.
No, just take away my life at 300, then we can talk about my weight loss journey. But
mad.
Sorry.
He's upset. This is like when he tries to defend the NHL against me. That's his latest thing.
Funny enough, I got an email from our old friend Kyle Compo.
What did he say?
Sent me an email with an article saying that this year's playoffs set the record for the most watched ever through the first 2 rounds of 12% from 2023. That's more and more fans are tuning into the NHL and NHL playoffs.
Okay, Chris. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it. No one gives a shit. It's the way it works. You got the Dodgers again today. Get Glass now going. No. The Dodgers. Because he took them yesterday. I didn't even know you did. I just figured you did because they were like minus 150. This is the trap. The Biller. All the squares I'm bet. Biller probably takes the Diamondbacks plus the 1.5, gives away the profit. That's what he's famous for. He's the other side of it.
I took him run line yesterday, get up to plus 120 or something like that. But
Dodgers,
yeah,
how'd that work out for you? Same as my Giants run line. Actually, saved me the juice on the loss.
So I do with the Phillies yesterday to get it to plus 130. I didn't want to lose units on those teams yesterday.
So you bet to lose?
No. I tried to get it into plus money.
Tried to get into plus money.
And I did. Well,
as I'm taking the Rangers, I'm going to kick the shit out of the Phillies today. I also like knock. So where are we at? Oh, I'm up. Got the Rays and the Red Sox. Bayo. Daylight come and we want to go home. 6 and 7. Nestor Cortez Jr. still has a day job with the Yankees up against Bryce Miller and the Mariners. How about woo? That one left a mark. The Yankees sometimes slump, like after they get beat like that. They sometimes slump. Let's see what happens. And the White Sox figuring after Crochet's masterpiece yesterday, they're going to go with give him a little taste of Nick Nastrini up against Chris Bassett. Nastrini's really shown us that he's got some good stuff. He's really been delivering. He's got a lot of moxie. I'm up. I'm going to take Brian Bayo over Ryan Pepio. It's a rare pick like that for me because normally I'm all over the Rays. I'm really humping up all over them, but I don't see it here. I don't like the way the Rays are playing. I don't like their attitude. It stinks. Go with the Red Sox. I hate this Yankees-Mariners game. That's a straight pass for me. I don't like the way Cortez is pitching, and I think Bryce Miller might be a little overstated at this point. But I don't like – I mean, look at that price, $162 on the Yankees. Keep them for that price. Might almost have to bet the Mariners reverse run line just for spite. But I think I might be giving away my money on that. And, well – I like the over in the White Sox Blue Jays. Chris Bassett has been so inconsistent, and he's just you never know what you're going to get with this guy. And Nick Nastrini, he could be the worst pitcher on our roster. I mean, he's certainly in contention for this. I haven't, this is like he could be the worst White Sox since Mark Kotsay played DH. I mean, he could be in that. Kotsay batted 174 the year DH for us. That was really awesome. Thanks for your contribution. Yeah, Nastrini just I don't even get it. Like, Ron, what's the deal with this guy? How is he in the majors?
He's young. Like 24.
How about using Kopech as the closer, like after all this time? Like moving him to the closer. He's good as a closer, man. He is really good. He might be our all-star with Robert out.
Yeah, could be.
We got to have somebody.
Probably Crochet, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because they hate Kopech. The writers don't vote on this one, though.
No, the fans do.
Not for the subs.
Yeah, not for the representative. It'll probably be Crochet.
Jay, what do you think of this set?
I'm with you on Bayo, fading the Rays. Rays had that little run. I rode them. Since then, they've been back to same overrated, overvalued crap I've called them all season. On this 3-game losing streak, I see him making it 4. Give me Bayo, one of my guys. I'll take the Mariners at the plus money. They're not gonna run away with the division or nothing like that. But this is a hard thing for me to pass up. They've showed up the last 2 days. I know many people not expecting the Yankees to, drop 3 in a row. But I'm sorry to tell you, this is baseball and anything can happen. I'll take the Mariners. They're at the plus price. And I got my teeth kicked in yesterday. I had the Blue Jays run line. They did not get that done. I'm not necessarily chasing this one, but they should run line them today. I still think this is a series that kind of will propel them forward. A nice series win for them here. Give me the Blue Jays, but I'm not rushing to the blender to bet that one.
Jay called this the bounce back series, the get right series. Yeah, they got right. I loved when Vladdy was up and they just 2 men on. They just went right after him. It's like they called the meeting. Oh, God, what's the matter? What are you going to do? First pitch, fastball, like right down the middle. It's like, well, I guess they're going to go after him. He's not the same this year either.
Next season. Until then, we're the World Series champ. So. And we're hurt, bro. We're hurt.
Every team's got injuries.
I like ours, though. I like us.
Everybody's still on the World Series champion thing.
Still on the Dodgers, Chris? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to offend you.
Don't spoil it. We got another.
Don't spoil it. We still got to get to that game.
Don't want to get Chris mad.
He said annoyed, not mad. He's just a little annoyed.
Yeah. Give me the only one I like here is the Yankees run line. Nestor Cortez has pitched really well at home. An ERA just over 1. Bryce Miller faced the Yankees once. He gave up 8 runs in, I think, 4 2/3 innings of work. I really like the Aaron Judge home run prop here as well. I think the Yankees actually tee off on Miller. So give me the New York Yankees on the run line in that one. I think they just got the stronger lineup, stronger bullpen. Like I said, I like Cortez at home.
Why do you like Cortez at home?
Yeah, it's like a 1.127
1.27
ERA at home. Way
sounds like he's due for a regression.
So
who did you have yesterday? Did you have Yankees, Dodgers?
I didn't touch that game yesterday.
Phillies, Yankees, Dodgers, Orioles.
No.
Rockies against Vegas.
Yeah, Phillies, Rockies, Reds, Cubs, Royals.
It's okay, Chris.
Chiefs, Duke, Alabama,
Notre Dame.
I'm going to agree with you, Mr. Ruffalo. I like the Yankees run line. I think Miller's in trouble. Cortez has pitched well at Yankee Stadium. Natural regression is going to be he's not going to hold a sub-2 ERA there for the entire season, but he's pitched well. Mariners not great against lefties. I will say while the Yankees bullpen ERA is good, it's starting to dwindle a little bit, and B, the expected numbers aren't the best. So I don't love that Yankees bullpen. So maybe take the first 5 innings, but I still think that the Yankees get a bounce back win here and cover the run line.
Okay. Close it out with the Ruffalo segment, even though he's second. Still Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're second.
You're last.
Could be last or it could be second. Second to last. Third to first. Got the Cubs and the Braves. A's and the Rockies. And Chris's Dodgers taking on the D-backs. Jay, Glasnow's pitching.
I already told y'all from the start of that series, I'm on the Diamondbacks every game of that series, and if I win 2 of them, then I did a really good thing. And it's my story. I'm sticking to it. I know it's Glasnow, but we discussed this yesterday. You're gonna give me. I know Ryan Nelson's ass and his numbers aren't great, but plus 230 on the Diamondbacks. Sign me up, bro. I'm there. I'll take Gomber. The Rockies been free falling.
Ever since you jumped on them.
No, I jumped on them when we was cashing, and then the Giants happened. I took them.
The train to Squaresville left the station last Friday on the show.
I took that game against you, that Giants game. And then the next 2, I was like, you know what, Mitch was right, and I haven't taken them as a premium since. So no.
And you left Ruffalo on the train. You didn't even give him a ticket.
I got off the train just 1 game too late, but that's cool.
Ron missed it. It was the last train to Squaresville. On the Rockies. Everyone was humping up on him, and then all the Roniacs were going nuts on him.
We was riding them, man. They was hot.
Jay and the Roniacs were all over him.
They're going to win this one tonight at the plus money with Gomber. Gomber been solid. I trust him. I don't see who the hell is Mitch Spence? Who the hell is he? I'm fading his ass.
I mean, who is he?
Who is he?
You're a Quinn Priester guy, but you don't know Mitch Spence?
I mean, Priester is nice. Y'all gonna stop talking about Priester like he's not nice.
I'm not saying he's not nice. I was so stunned that you said he's one of my guys because that's like the most random player in baseball.
He is one of my guys. Mitch Spence, not one of my guys. He's not Blackburn. He's not Sears. I'm fading his ass is what it comes down to. He's really like a reliever, I'm seeing, is what I'm seeing here. He might go 2 innings and get cranked. So give me Gomber. Give me the Royals. Give me the Rockies. Bounce back. Let's close out the day.
Chris?
You want to give me the drum roll for the Dodgers game?
We know you're taking them, so we don't need it.
Do you?
I don't care.
Because I'm taking the Diamondbacks.
Oh,
I don't care. Well, now I'm on the Dodgers, so I don't give a shit.
No, now who's Mr. Now who's Mr.
Come on.
What is that? Wait, what was the sound effect with that?
Wow. You can join. You can join.
Wow. Someone doesn't want to be on the show anymore. Someone wants to be sent back to the drive-through for a year.
My God.
How about a year on the drive-through, Chris? How does that sound?
Well, I'm saying Tyler Glass now.
Can I come back? I don't think so.
Jeez. Tyler Glass now his 2 roughest starts have come at home in his last 7. He's gave up 4 runs to Cincinnati. He's pitched much better on the road. He gave up 6 runs at home to the Nationals. And the Arizona Diamondbacks, they have their moments, and this is just not a price I'm willing to pay with Tyler Glass now. Ryan Nelson's been giving up a ton of hits lately. I think 29 hits in his last 3 starts, but 2 starts against the Dodgers in his career, 2.25 ERA. So I think he can. He does pitch much better on the road. I think it's just worth a shot. Like I said, this is just more of a fade of the price on Glass now than anything else. And give me the Rockies at plus money again. I like the way Austin Gomber's pitching. They just let one get away yesterday, but I think they bounced back today and get it done there. So give me the Rockies.
Ron.
I'm on the Dodgers laying 2.5 runs. You want Ryan Nelson? Be my guest.
I'm taking
He is not in good form. The Dodgers crush righties. Glass now, yeah, he's had a couple of rough starts at home, but he's also had some amazing starts at Dodger Stadium as well. 7 innings, a 2-run ball against the Braves, and an 11-2 win, 10 strikeouts. 8 innings, a shutout ball against the Mets, 10 strikeouts, and a 10-0 victory. So we've seen these blowout wins. It's been against some of the weaker pitchers in these teams' rotations, and that's Ryan Nelson. I got to go with the Dodgers, late 2.5 runs, maybe 3.5 runs, just to try to get a better price. It's not a game I'd have as a premium because of the price, like you guys said, but there's no way I could take a shot. I'm not getting enough plus money. I'd need 300, 350 to take Arizona in that one. So give me LA.
Jay has that do not bet list, and now all the Roniacs, they have their do not bet list. I'm never betting this team again and all that other stuff. Let me tell you a little story about Ryan Nelson. I had him last week against the Tigers. I also had the Nerfy and the first 5. True story, man. Busted it all up in a hurry, man. Thankfully, I didn't have him in any parlays because he would have busted those up too. And I said to myself, I'm never betting on this guy again. And at least not until he shows me something and apologizes at least for his performance. It was so pathetic. It was one of those games where it's like you're down 2-0 and you're like, well, if they can limit the damage here because there's 2 outs, well, you got a shot. And then the next guy, first pitch, hits a grand slam. It's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened in that game. And then the floodgates were open. I was surprised that it stopped where it did. Because he certainly could have gotten worse. 11 hits, 8 earned, 4 innings. Most of that happened in the first inning, though, of that game.
I don't know what game you're watching. There was no grand slam, and
I guess there wasn't. Maybe it was a different game, different Tigers game. But he did get it. No,
That was the
in the fifth
Javier
inning.
game. I think
Fifth
it's talking
inning.
about the Astros Javier game. The Grand Slam. Mark Canna.
I'm pretty sure there was a Grand Slam. There's no Grand Slam in that game.
Not Nelson's doing that. I don't know if it ended up being.
The six run fifth, there was no Grand Slam.
No. But Javier against the Tigers the week before gave up a Grand Slam, I believe, to Mark Canna.
I think that might have been it. No, I think he did give up a Grand Slam.
He didn't give up a Grand Slam. He didn't give up a home run.
Sure?
Yeah. He didn't give up a home run. Javier against the Tigers the week before lost and he gave up a Grand Slam in like the first inning or so, second inning.
Yeah, that might have been it. I was in Cincinnati, so I have an excuse. It's watching on the iPad, my new iPad. Love it. Didn't like watching that. It's getting ready for graduation. I also am going to bet against the Cubs. It's just what I do. Not apologizing for it. I always think the Giants always go against the Cubs. Chris, you know what the A's are hitting in their last 10 games versus left-handed pitching?
No.
100.
Oh.
Yep.
Then they're the new Mets.
10% of the time they get a hit against left-handed pitching. 1 every 10 batters. 100 versus left-handed pitching. Gomber's actually pitching well. I think he's playing better than Arenado or Arenado this season. They won that deal. Won that trade. They won that trade. What if it played out like Gomber ended up like going on a heater for a couple of years, you know? Because I think Arenado and Goldschmidt are both going to get traded if the Cardinals can't really start stringing something together. If I'm them, I trade them. Get rid of everybody that you can get anything for.
Yeah, they'll be big sellers if they're not in the running.
Goldschmidt especially. I mean, he's not even contributing.
Goldie, Arenado, Sonny Gray, Lance Lynn, Gibson. I mean, they got a lot of veterans that they can get rid of.
I tell you, maybe trade Goldschmidt to the Pirates. You could probably loot them for half their farm system. They love doing that.
Mm-hmm.
The Pirates usually have a good farm system to get looted. I mean,
yeah, they make one good trade that puts them back 5 years.
You think they're like, if their pitching staff, like if they didn't make those trades, they'd be loaded, man. They would have Skeens. They'd have Skeens, Cole, and Glasnow would be their 1, 2, 3. Glasnow is a 3. I like. If Bauer was still with the Dodgers, you think Glasnow would be up there in this rotation? No way, he's below Bauer.
I don't know where you don't like Glasnow. He's a good pitcher.
This is why I don't like him. Number one, when they banned the sticky stuff, he became a whiny bitch. He blamed his injury on the sticky stuff. Then, when he had the poor performance when he came back, he blamed it on the pitch clock. It's never his fault, right? It's never his fault.
That's personal things.
But you look over time. You look over time with Glasnow. You look over his real numbers. The body of work of what makes up Tyler Glasnow. Historically, he's a 4.2 ERA pitcher, man. That's all he is. He's 4.24, 7.69, 4.34, 4.2, 1.78 on a limited schedule, 4.08, 2.65, 1.35, 3.53, and now all of a sudden he's minus 325.
He's never pitched 100.
There's a lot not to like. I'm taking the Dodgers minus 3.5 in this one because I hate Ryan Nelson that much. But there's a lot.
Ruffalo.
Yeah, of course. And there's a lot not to like here. Glasnow. Not with Chris.
We have a lot of Mitchisms. There's In What World. There's Body of Work, which is one of my personal favorites.
Back of the baseball card.
That's Ruffalo's.
Okay.
That's Ruffalo's?
Yeah, Ruffalo's back of the base.
I got it from you, though.
Oh, okay. I'll take credit. I'll take
I'll give you
it.
credit.
There's also Knock Knock. That's mine. There's other ones. Jay uses mine. Chicken Nuggets. That's out. Thunder Buddies. That'll happen here. Didn't take us too long either.
We're on to the NBA.
Wow, Ron breaking into transitions. Take us into it, Ron.
We go to the NBA for the Western Conference Finals, Game 1 of this series. 8:30 Eastern on TNT, folks. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks and Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota, 4.5-point favorite, the house of disappointment. Total dropping now down to 206.5. Let's hear from our resident Mavericks fan, Mr. Briggs himself. Jay, who do you like tonight? It's backwards. Oh, boy. You owe him a huge apology, by the way. Before we get into it, the day he got traded to the Mavericks, you tweeted out something slandering him, saying that there was a bad trade.
But I didn't like it. I said I didn't like it.
Now you got a T-shirt of him less than 2 months later.
I said I didn't
How dare
like
you?
it. You're right. Ron is right. I said I didn't like the trades. I did. And then that first game, we aired out the Thunder Buddies, took them boys' mind to woodshed. And I said, I've seen enough. We're going to the finals. It's exactly how it happened. Look, I'm on the Mavs straight up on the money line. Short, sweet, simple. I think we steal game 1. And I know we've never won a game 1 under Jason Kidd, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Yeah, we've never won a game 1 under Jason
Really?
Kidd.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. But I think today's the day we get it done. With the Timberwolves coming off the long 7-game series with the defending champs, the Mavs come in, the more rested team. I'm here to tell you guys, I love Anthony Edwards. I love the player he's becoming, but he's not the best player in the series. That is Luka Doncic. And as I said on the jam session this morning, I know Anthony Edwards is a really good player, but when did he become a better player than Kyrie Irving? When? Somebody tell me the exact date that happened, because I'm here to tell you, I think the Mavs are the 2 best players in the series. If you want to give me the defensive argument, these 2 teams are neck and neck in every defensive number you can look at since the trade deadline, and that's what you have to look at the Mavs as since the trade deadline, because that's when they became the team they are. The Mavs, best road team in the NBA, so we know that they can hoop on the road, man. So I just think the Mavs are the more experienced team too. Kyrie Irving already has a ring. We've seen Luka Doncic in a Western Conference Finals. We have not seen that from the Timberwolves, anybody really on the roster. So it's a learning curve. You got to learn to win. We've seen the Mavs steal one on the road and take the home court advantage in the last 2 series of this postseason run. The thing is, those had been game 2. I think this series it's game 1. I like the Mavs to come out here and punch them in the mouth game 1. I'm on them straight up money line. That's how I see it. Some of you may call me a homer.
You're a homer.
I understand, but I got the Mavs in 6. I got them punching their ticket to the NBA Finals. And it's kind of crazy, the media coverage of it all. A lot of people just seem to this is a cakewalk for Minnesota. I don't see it that way. I see the Mavs as the better team. I'm taking
Us against the world.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take the over 207.5. I know there's usually a feeling out process in game 1. You know, the series can be a little more physical, but I still think the total is just too low. It was now 207. I think this one's an easy over. I think this one gets into the mid 210s. Wouldn't be surprised if you see, a bunch of 30-point scores in this game. Ant, Luka, Kyrie. I like a lot of the over. I like a lot of the over player props in this game. You can say under all you want, but I like the over here.
I like the under here.
I love the under.
These are 2 of the best defensive teams in the league.
These are 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA. But you look at us, you get a score of like 106, 103, which is still viewed as a defensive game that pushes you over this number.
I don't think we get there though. We just saw the Timberwolves hold the Nuggets to under 100 points 4 times. Yeah. So
that's fair.
You know what I mean? And we know the Mavs just held the Thunder Buddies to a really low-scoring game. This is going to be a really low-scoring series. I'd be surprised if they crack 100 multiple times this series, in all honesty.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an all-out war. I like the under. I think especially now in the Western Conference Finals between these two. If this gets to a Game 7, I got to imagine the total is going to be sub 200. So I like the under in Game 1.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
This one's easy. I'm taking the Mavericks plus the points. They were one of the best road cover teams of the whole year. It's like how the Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib. The Mavericks go stupid, dummy, crazy on the road, man. Where they normally do it on the road, those is kind of that road favorite, but still, man, they're just really good on the road. They're at least going to cover if they don't win outright. You got to at least take the points for the cover. Probably going to win, though. I'll take the Mavericks. I think that Jason Kidd gets the monkey off his back. But on the road is where they're at their best. They're better on the road because there's little to no chance that Jay's going to be at the game, which is when they play at the worst. It's like Lucas in the locker room. What the hell's he doing here? True story. Just don't get the calls when Jay's there. Go to NHL Playoffs.
I'm on the over. Mavs got to score big to win because they won't get enough defense. All right, bro. All right.
Yeah, that's why the other games have gone under.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the under in this game. One of the Rangers-Panthers. It's going to be a series based on goaltending. Two of the best goaltenders in the NHL, Igor Shesterkin and Sergei Bobrovsky. It's going to be a really physical series. I see this game being 3-2, whichever way you slice it.
This is where Rufo likes to break out the Russian names and all some other Eastern European names just to show he can pronounce them.
Yeah, well, when you got it, flaunt it, right?
He's a linguist.
Round the ragged rocks. It's
the sixth sheep's sick.
Peter Piper picked a pecker, pickled peppers.
It's like the jerk where he says, "There's something I've always wanted to say to you." What is it? I slit the sheet. I slit it on the slitted sheet. I said,
"Oh, jeez,
I've just never been able to say that."
You'll somehow get yourself into trouble. We're going to get an explicit violation on this one somehow.
If we didn't get it on Monday, we're not getting it.
Yeah, true. I'm still waiting for you to ask the question.
Is it Ron?
Yeah.
He's good. He doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to answer if he thinks the pig dog has a real penis or if he's got the red.
That's the question.
Lipstick, the lipstick or the
red rocket or the
pig dog's bobble. It's like pretty built. You think we need to have a real penis under there?
Costy's gonna get all mad that we're talking about it without him.
He's like, I want creative input on the pig dog's penis.
No opinion for me for the hockey game. I'm just rooting for the Panthers.
Pig dog. I was like...
No. Root for the Panthers. Not only am I an Islander fan, but I also have futures tickets on the Panthers, Stars, and Oilers. I don't have anything on the Rangers, so that's the one team I need to go.
What are the payouts on those?
I got plus 700 on the Stars, 725 on the Oilers, and
the Oilers had that slow start at the beginning, right? So they're probably great money if you waited.
And let's see.
There's a chance I could be 3-ring Briggs by the end of all this, man. Are y'all ready for that?
Not gonna happen.
It could.
I think it's a really likely chance that happens.
I really like Dallas.
I really like the Panthers. I really like the Panthers.
Stars.
I really like the Panthers. Because in hockey is one of those sports where the team gets the shit beat out of them in the finals and then come back and win it. It is that sport.
Yeah.
Where it's
Lightning.
Like, you got to learn what it takes to win the cup. Like Gretzky.
Gretzky
got swept by the Islanders.
He used the same thing for the Stars too. They lost last year to the champs.
Not in the finals.
This year, got them.
Not in the finals.
And now they're gonna.
Not in the finals. It's not like the team that loses the Super Bowl rarely comes back to win it. It like has happened only like 3 times, twice or something. But in the it's happened. I know the Chiefs did, right? And the Dolphins did a long time ago, but I don't know if too many others that have done that. But in hockey, it happens all the time.
All right, Mitchie Puck.
3-ring brig, but one is not going to happen. And we know it's never going to happen in your lifetime.
I'm riding such a high right now.
How unbearable would he have been during those Bills-Cowboys Super Bowl?
I'm on such a high right now. I'm not even gonna. We don't even address them until that time comes. So.
What's your season outlook for that team, though? Right now,
honestly, we're gonna be battling for first in our division. We're gonna be 10-6, 11-7. Somewhere whatever it is, somewhere in that realm. We're gonna host a playoff game. We might win it and then lose in the second round. That's what it's.
We all know who's winning the NFC. It's easy money. Put it in now.
Who?
Chicago Bears.
No, sir.
And the Jets win the AFC. We're going to see a Jets-Bears Super Bowl. Nobody thought it could happen.
That's not happening.
I can see the comments. What? But I think the NFC is so weak. I mean, other than a lot of teams have their problems. And San Francisco, like Mitch mentioned, it's tough to get back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think.
You get the Lions.
Yeah,
can you imagine doing a show with Jay when it's the Bills-Cowboys Super Bowl? It's like 100-0. It's halftime. Michael Jackson's playing. They're up by like 40. It's like Michael's out there. He's moonwalking. I just remember watching the game, and all I could think is those Bills players, because that was before they really had big acts at halftime of the Super Bowl. He was really the first one, and it was like I could just think of like all those Bills players sitting there at halftime, like getting our ass kicked. Michael Jackson's out there. 52-17. That was the game. That was the last time I ever came close to winning a Super Bowl square. Yep. The Leon Lett is going in to cash my Super Bowl square, and Don Beebe ran him down and swatted the ball out of his hands at the goal line. Oh my God. Do you know who Leon Lett is, Jay?
Yep.
Oh my God! Guess who did this? This was some day in Pasadena. Guess who did the coin toss for the game?
Who?
O.J. Simpson. Yep.
R.I.P. man.
Wow. O.J. Michael Jackson was the halftime. They really pulled out all the stops for this thing. It was 28-10 at halftime when Michael hit the stage. Don't matter if it's black or white.
Why not the Bears?
The Bears?
Maybe because their quarterback is never mind.
No, don't even start. He's the most NFL-ready quarterback we've seen in a long time.
No.
Yeah, Jackson. That was the first time. It even says right here on this Wikipedia that Michael Jackson was the first time they had really hired like a high-level entertainer to do a Super Bowl halftime. He was first.
We just saw him try to bring back a program that has been down. We just saw him try to do that. And did he make them more relevant? Yes. Did he do anything?
When your defense gives up 85 points a game, it's kind of tough to win.
Not really. So,
Really?
I just think it's very tough. It's very hard for me to look at him and be like, you know what? He's going to save that poverty franchise.
Well, I mean, they were already a decent team last year.
Man, them boys going to be.
What was their record? 7-10.
That's good. What's going to be again this year? 7-10.
They played better at the end of the year with bad quarterback play. You got a better defense. You got some weapons. Keenan Allen.
Last in the division. I like the Lions over them. I like
the Vikings. You like over them?
Hey,
no,
I ain't just writing
the NFC North. I'm gonna put that in as a future.
Oh no, yep. They're not beating the Lions, and they're not even better.
Caleb Williams is terrible, man.
He's not even better than the Packers.
He sucks. He sucks.
What's the win total for the Bears?
5. I'm taking.
What are the rookie of the year? Who's favored to win rookie of the year?
Look, probably. It's him.
No, it's got to be Neighbors from LSU.
There's an 8.5. 8.5.
I guess without even looking at who's the rookie of the year, guys. I'm gonna guess Jaden Daniels and Neighbors are the two guys.
The schedule's out. Hold on, Ron. Let me look at this schedule right quick. Let me see. If I can find let's find 8 wins before we get out of here on that day.
Yeah, let's look at it. You let me tell me your wins and losses.
All right, let's do it right quick.
And I'll be fair.
Start the year off in Buffalo. Oh no, that's preseason. My bad. Hold on.
We could do an NFL futures show if you guys want to do it. We'll just go through every team.
Start the year.
What are you doing? What are you doing this afternoon?
Their favorite
W. Absolute W.
All right, I'll give you the dub. Start the season.
Thank you.
Texans on the road.
L.
On the road in Indy.
Close one.
I'm gonna. So Caleb Williams is plus 135.
Usually, when I do a futures, when I'm looking at a win total, if there's a close one, I'll wait for another close one, and I say they're going to win one of these games.
All right, fair.
So I'd say like a half a win. We'll say half a win. So 1.5. Go ahead.
Rams.
Easy dub. 2.5.
Easy.
At home, easy W.
Okay. Panthers.
Easy W. 3.5.
Jags in London. L.
Jags in London are tough. Half a win. 4.
Commanders in Washington. Him going against Jaden.
5. 5 wins.
On the road in Arizona.
6 wins.
At home against New England.
7 wins.
At home against Green Bay. L.
I'll give them an L there.
At home against Minnesota.
But I think they win one of the Packer games, so we'll give them the L at the home one if you want. But Minnesota's a win, so that's 8 right there.
Detroit in Detroit.
Loss.
In San Francisco.
Loss.
At Minnesota.
Give me the W. That's 9.
At home against Detroit.
We'll give them an L.
On the road. At home against Seattle.
W. 10.
On the road against Green Bay.
Half a win. 10.5. 10.5, baby, all day long.
I think I might have them at 8.5, honestly.
See, you even went through the schedule and you got there with me. I'm glad we got there. Biggest bet of the season, Bears over.
I didn't think their schedule was that cupcake. It is kind of cupcake for a minute. They got the Patriots.
Because the NFC's a cupcake in general.
The Commanders. They got a nice little. The Panthers. The Rangers. They got some cupcakes on there. So
they get to play the AFC South and the West in the NFC.
That's disgusting. Ew. Couple swing games in there, but they might get over 8. They might.
Emotions on your team. I am not a Bears fan.
And I tried to be completely objective. So,
I have no ties to Chicago whatsoever.
Either. Mitch has ties to Chicago. He loves Chicago.
I'm not even a Jets fan. I'm a Giants fan. Or grew up a Giants fan. Now I'm a fan of Benjamin Franklin.
But yeah, Mitch, we could probably do that. It'd be a decent little show. Something to do.
Yeah, I like futures and win totals. I'm not so good with the player prop ones though.
Yeah.
Those are tough.
Fair enough. Parlay time. Parlay. Franchise player. Lead us off.
All right, let's go with the over 9 in the Angels Houston. Go with the Padres and Yankees run line.
Let's go with the Bears over 8.5 wins. Nationals money line. Padres run line. Nationals money line, Padres run line, and if you can, if your book lets you, Tyler Anderson over 3.5 run runs.
I'll go Nationals money line, Rockies money line with Gomber, and then throw Mavs money line on there as well. They win it tonight. 3-teamer. Let's get her done. What you got for us, Mitch?
I'm going to go with the Mavericks on the money line. I'm going to put it with the Panthers, and I will put it with the Dodgers -4.5. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Drive home safely. Don't forget to tip your waitresses and bartenders. And, I missed you from yesterday. I missed you guys. Even though I was here, I still missed you after the show. Be sure to check out Ron's Rundown, Jay's Jam Session, Chris's Reach Around, and, of course, first 5 innings.
The Bears.